day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this, it's the whole team.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday nighter between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Those defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Saints at 8-2 on the year. And they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners of 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 40-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. There's Chris Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Love now. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game. And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter. After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. On play action, Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And that is taken in by Hurst. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
They run it again with Chubb. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker. Here we go on 4th down. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That is caught at the 7. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And again, it's Rodgers. steps away to his left.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Saints are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers dancing to his left. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd down, it's Jones. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Now Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
A.J. Dillon
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is up to 18 now.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
First down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He finds his target, Allen. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 59 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point put through by Succop, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what pressure. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. 23 yards, the final tally. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now Love.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go. 32.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Nick Chubb stops short. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to...
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Love, they go play action now. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Here's Love. Forced out to his left.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Kingsley Enagbari. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
He finds his man, complete. It's Warner.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
To throw again on second down. Love. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. A great play there. 64 yards. And the Saints are able to claw one back. Extra point by Gain is up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you...
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point put through by Succop. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Foster. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw on 3rd down, Foster. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Succop for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing. Love. They'll roll him out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 19. Love. And this one is incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Packers have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game. And now here is another interception. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to...
And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Now Foster to throw. Throwing to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
A second down throw for Love. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point put through by Suckup. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now Foster to throw on 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. On 4th down, Love. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers throwing here. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown.
And now here is another interception. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And got his man, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Flushed out right to the right side and complete to Hurst. 1st down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Rodgers looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open. Just a split second.